Listen. Okay. Yo, Mabuchi.
I've been waiting for you, Kasuga. I don't think...
Funny, because I heard you put a bounty on my head. That means you're happy to look... Where's Zhao?
Somewhere in this building.
And what about later?
Later, he'll be in transit.
What the hell?
You want a hand with this twerp, Mabuchi?
I'm good, Ishioda-san. I'm about to make sure nobody thinks little of us ever. I'll prove that I deserve to swear up as a full...
Those men next to Lama are skilled fighters. Assassin. You might say they're the secret weapons of the Yokohama Liumang.
Damn.
And up there are more Ome Alliance men. Our chances of winning a fight are very low, actually.
Yeah, I get it. We're up shit creek without a paddle. The fact is, if we run, Zhao dies.
So you're Ichiban?
Who are you? Some fan?
No. I'm a man who's never forgotten how Masumi Arakawa stole my rightful seat.
What?
You know this scruffy-haired punk? I only know him as the guy the captain shot. Alive and kicking.
I think he might be a naughty little secret of the captain's.
Kasuga, this charmer here is Tendo.
Wait, the former boxer? No wonder he's a...
You two can relax over there for a bit. I think we'll have ourselves a little sideshow. Tendo seems interested in who you are, so I'll leave you alive just long enough to talk. Later, I'll really take my sweet...
You're really...
I'll slice you to ribbons!
Right.
Yakuza! You're in it now!
You're gonna get stomped. Right.
Don't get cocky.
Check this out. How do you like this?
Cool.
You sure you can beat me? You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
Let's go.
I got it.
Bye.
Here we go. I wouldn't underestimate me. Ready now. I'm not that.
I'm up. Enough.
Right. You're gonna get stomped.
Let's go. Take your best shot.
You're in it now!
Get alive.
Let's see.
Come on!
Take your best shot.
I'll show you. You're gonna be in a world. Right.
You wanna
Try
go?
this on your side. Yeah. That hurts.
Don't get cocky. Come
I
on
wouldn't
now.
underestimate. I'm not backing down. I got it.
Alive.
You're gonna be in a world. You're in it now.
Let's go.
You sure you can beat me? You're gonna get stomped.
Let's go.
Shot. Where do you want to be?
Check this out. I wouldn't. Right.
Don't get
I'll
caught.
show you.
Check this out! That's how you do it!
Nice.
Yes! I did it!
That takes care of the sideshow. But there's still plenty of freaks to fight.
Maybe you hadn't heard, but I'm a heavyweight boxing champ. I don't think you'd even make weight for the fight. I wouldn't shame the Omi by taking you on. I'll be sure to keep an eye on you, though. Been a long time since I've been able to put my fist to good use.
You're gonna regret letting us live. You can count on that.
Oh, yeah? Why don't you save it for the ring?
Fucking Tendo. When that guy sits down for a meal, he always saves the best tasting shit for last. I think that's fucking stupid. All that does is give someone else the chance to eat it first.
Feeling warmed up yet, everyone? Guys?
Oh, shut up. I need to save my energy for this shit, so don't make me answer stupid questions.
Hey, Hotshot. If you've got anything up your sleeve, now's the time.
Yeah. That's you, right? Make some magic.
No need for that. You haven't played your last card yet. In fact, here he comes now.
You're back.
Funny thing, I wasn't expecting to come back. Trust me on that. I thought I was done getting dragged into your messes. But for some reason, I couldn't stop worrying about you guys.
Namba.
So I'm here. From now on, your fight is mine too.
Namba. Namba!
Non-John!
Coming here and acting all cool, you jerk.
Where the heck have you been, man? Come on!
Nobody's killed you yet? What, you got nobody left to stab in the back?
Leave it to a Yakuza to hit below the belt. I know I fucked up. But I'm done with backstabbing. From now on, I'm with them. I owe you guys an apology. Let me make it up to you.
Fine. Let's do this.
Look, you've been hitting the gym number. Looks like you beefed up a bit.
Does?
Yeah, I noticed too. Seems like whenever someone comes back to a party, there's...
So that's normal? Well, I did want to impress you guys if I came back.
You're kidding.
Right.
Let's go!
Head down!
Let's go.
You're in it now.
Yeah.
You sure you can beat me?
Alive.
I got this.
Kick your ass.
I got this.
You're weak.
I'll show you.
Take your best shot.
Right back at you.
Wanna fight? Cool.
Oh yeah?
You sure you
Come
want
on
that
now.
I'm up. Let's go. Let's go. Okay.
Come on.
Have fun with
You
this.
sure you can beat me?
Don't get cocky.
Hot!
Right back at you.
Right.
You wanna go?
I have secrets too.
Right back at you.
Alive.
Yeah!
Let's do it.
I wouldn't underestimate
Oh yeah?
you.
Check this out! Unleash nature's anger! I got this!
Let's go. Going in.
Yeah! Watch this!
Don't get caught.
Hot!
Right back at you.
Cool. You wanna go?
Weak! Come on now!
I'll take it.
What?
You saved my ass again. How many times does that make now?
Let's stop keeping track.
I have to. But hey, what's your plan now?
Huh?
I mean, as long as you're here, do you wanna help me out a little bit longer? I need all the help I can get right now, man. But what I really need are friends like you at my side.
Hey, man.
Huh?
After everything I did to you guys, as selfish as I was, you'd still call me your friend?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
You know, you're crazy.
Really? Who's the one who came back, huh?
For real. I mean it. You guys have a screw loose.
Come on. Is it so hard to admit you like us?
Shut up.
I'm sure all of us here are a little crazy. But that's the best part of being friends. Welcome back.
Thank you.
shake on it, Nan-chan.
Call that a shake? Come on. Show some love.
Listen,
Yes.
Hmm? Hmm.
Nah.
Yo.
Kasuga-kun.
So, who's the guy you wanted me to meet?
An old
I don't get it. Did he rescue?
more or less. Thing is, he's with the Omi Alliance.
What's his name?
I don't know. He
Guess I'll have to ask him myself.
pretty much.
It's been a while.
Mitsu.
Holy shit! I don't know if okay is the right word. But I seem... What's going on, man? I never caught up with you after I got out of prison.
Have you seen Arakawa-san recently?
Nah, us peons hardly ever see him.
So I've heard.
Not happy about that myself. Even though we're Omi Alliance now, inside,
So you're Omi.
yeah. I had to rescue Zhao in secret. If they find out, I'll be executed.
Doesn't that mean you shouldn't be talking to me?
It does. But I had to say one thing to you. I can't say much else, but...
What?
Arakawa-san, he's about to go all in with his When that happens, you'll need...
More than he's already got?
I can't say anymore.
Mitsu.
I'll be...
So what's going to happen to the Yoko?
Damn, going straight for the jugular, huh? Well, obviously, the Great Wall is full of holes now. If the Omi decide to invade...
Is there any hope?
I don't know. But if we don't patch up... And with me like this...
Man, it hurts just looking at that.
Hurts having it. That's why I'm thinking of stepping down.
Huh?
It doesn't matter so much who the boss... In the end, the only thing that really matters... You get it?
Yeah. I know the Liu...
Ah. Then you know why we formed in... I don't know if I can keep us going anymore. I was never that great at it.
But who's the next leader gonna be if...
I have someone in mind. Someone who's tough, bold.
What?
Song Hui-san.
Song Hui? You'd give...
Yeah, I know. Up to now, the two factions have been like oil, but the world's changing. Walls are crumbling. If we don't start banding together... Not everyone will accept the merger, of course. But that doesn't change the overall situation for the Eugene 3.
Yeah. I think I see what you're
Do
saying.
you?
You figure Song Hui will keep the Liu Mong from going extinct. Meanwhile, the cult... So both your people and her people will be better off.
Well, you don't have to put it like that exactly. Soft sweetheart.
Yeah, I do. You're a good guy with a big ol'...
Do we really have to do that? I can't be that annoyed with you. The Ijin, the Seiryu clan's probably singing anthems about you.
Yeah, speaking of, I think I'll visit the chairman and see how...
Sounds like you plan on making a big...
But I have some idea of how this
There's
fits.
just something I want to ask. I think you'll be willing to talk about more secret shit now, don't you think?
You should. We all owe you big time. You sure don't hesitate to get... Well, give my regard.
You may enter.
Thank you, Chairman Hoshino. Captain Takabe said it would be okay for us to talk.
I heard. And I believe I already know why you've come. You've done us a great service. I would not still be leader of this clan if it weren't for you.
Does that mean the Seiryu clan's gonna pull through?
I can't say for sure yet. About 20 to 30% of our men defected to the ones who stayed are grumbling behind my... And it's hard to blame them. They just found out the Jincho standoff was a...
Zhao told me he's giving up his position as the leader of the Liumang. Songhui is going to lead...
Yes, I know.
You just know everything.
Not everything. But I'll tell you what I do know. Eventually, the Seiryu clan will succumb to the...
What?
For people who had nowhere to live outside the gray zones, the Great Wall of Muscle was their only... Now it's crumbling. That's a matter of life or death for them. Already rumors are flying into Jincho's political circles. Rumors that Ogi... I'm sure Aoki got those whispers going. He never lets a good crisis go to waste.
Oh, really?
Aoki knows it would destroy the party if it ever revealed their chair, Ogikubo, forged money for years. Now, Aoki can easily blackmail Ogikubo and force him to step down. Aoki will become the new party chair.
I don't get it. Why does he want to take Ogikubo's place so...
The party chair manages elections, so in that role, Aoki could nominate anyone. He'll control the ruling party. Therefore, he'll control...
The whole country will be under his thumb?
Yes. Especially if I'm right about his next move. I think he's gonna try to dissolve Parliament.
Dissolve Parliament? At a time like this? That's insane.
Prime Minister, I understand how you must feel, being unable to rely on Ogikubo-sensei. But honestly, I have the power to support you better than he ever... If an election were held today, I could guarantee you 2/3 of the seat.
Do you have a solid plan for doing that?
Yes. I'll send Bleach Japan to the districts where the Citizens' Liberal Party is weakest. Bleach Japan can influence votes anywhere. They're incredibly popular. Plus, they have my endorsement. A victory for the party would, of course, move your personal political goals forward.
Oh.
Tell me, do you think you have the power to maintain the party's stability right now? We don't want it breaking up for lack of support from Ogikubo-sensei.
You can talk that way to the house, but not to me.
Appoint me to party chair and hold an election. If you don't, I'll be forced to make public the nature of Ogikubo-sensei's. That would mean the end of not only your administration, but the party itself.
But there's no precedent for someone serving as both governor and party chair. Besides, you're much too young.
If age is what you want, start digging for some old fossil that can stop me. That is, if you think you can find one. Anyone in particular come to mind?
Aoki's scheme to destroy the Great Wall worked. Now he's got Mabuchi and the Omi at his command. So much power. Vested in... It had to be Masato Arakawa. Kasuga, I know you never intended to be at the center of all. It was pure coincidence that you were there when the soap landowner died. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep. Lucky me.
But one thing I don't believe is a coincidence is that you and...
What do you mean?
Do you still have that fake bill?
Yeah. Didn't you say...
Yes. Only one person in the world...
Who? Who is it?
Masumi Arakawa himself.
Arakawa-san? No, he...
Yes, I'm aware. But did you ever consider that maybe he did that so you would end up...
What?
That fake bill was his letter of introduction between you and me. It was to let me know that you were one of Masumi Arakawa's men.
Kind of a weird way to introduce us, don't you think?
I think what it means is Arakawa's goals do not align with those of Ryo.
Well, then, what are Arakawa's goals?
I really can't say. But I do know that he means business. He wouldn't have used that bill if he did.
Chairman, how exactly do you...
Well, that's a long... And there's a much better place than here to tell it. Hey
on top.
Yes. That's where my fate intertwined with Arakawa. He sure seems to be partial to bacon.
Yeah.
Let's have it for lunch tomorrow. My treat.
Listen.
Okay. Hmm?
Huh.
Yo.
Hey.
Chief, my friend's got some questions about the day.
Yeah. I want to know why you didn't just abandon Ichiban. If you don't mind telling us, I'm sure we don't...
I see. Fine.
I'll tell you.
What?
There's an old tradition in this home, a responsibility passed down through the chiefs.
What responsibility?
On occasion, when we're asked, we...
What?
Bodies?
Yeah. There's a Yakuza family from Kamurocho who pays us to do it. They're called Arakawa.
Arakawa? Seriously? They, was this going on while they were still
I don't know every detail, but yes. It existed before I started living it. We've dealt with all kinds of bodies, whether they've been shot, no matter how nasty. We dug holes and buried them under garbage. Who knows how many are there now? Back during the bubble, we got one every month. Or so, since I became chief.
Damn. Arakawa the
But there's one more secret rule. It applies to anyone the Arakawa bring here alive.
A secret within the secret. Great.
What happens if they bring someone along?
We're supposed to give the person medical aid, then let them go free, while pretending they're dead.
What's up with that?
In the criminal underworld, there's always people wanting to fake their own gamblers, guys on the run. Anyone who's afraid someone will hurt them. They send people like that here, and we honor the secret. I think it might actually be a service the Arakawa family provides, but obviously, so it ended up being a very...
Is that agreement why you saved me? This... lie? What sort of guy dropped me off here?
I mean, probably just someone from the family. I had no reason. The guy lugged you out of the trunk of a car. You were cut. He paid me and left. Didn't say a single thing the whole time.
I'm sorry, Ichi. You have to die. I'm counting on you, Ichi.
Huh? What? After Arakawa-san shot me, I think it was... I'm counting on you.
What would that even mean?
No clue. But the more I think about it...
Look, Ichiban.
What?
I don't want to dash your hopes. When you were dumped here, you were on death's door. You're only alive because everything I did went exactly the way we need. But it could have easily gone a different way. I know you want to trust...
I think Arakawa-san had to... All the other Yakuza at that meeting were watching him.
Huh?
Never mind. You don't get it. Forget I said it.
I went ahead and got started.
You sure you don't mind treating...
What? Are you actually...
Wish I could, but I don't think that...
You don't sound like you're gonna relax.
Depends on what you say. Hopefully I'll relax enough to enjoy this. So, how do you know Arakawa-san?
It wasn't long after the war the counterfeit bills started being produced. It was top secret. Only the heads of the Seiryu clan and the Liumang, plus some off outside of that inner circle. They also had to hire people to smuggle.
Smugglers?
And one of them was a traveling actor. He was Masumi Arakawa's...
What?
One day, he came to us saying he lost an entire suitcase, filled with 100 mil, and no excuse in the world could have saved him. A mistake that grave required the Seiryu clan to make an example out of him. For the other But remember, only a few people at the top even... It wasn't a task they could hand to just end. So I, being next in line to inherit the clan, was entrusted to carry it.
So did you...
Yes. I killed Toshio Arakawa, father of Masumi Arakawa, in this very place. But I had no idea who was in the room with my target. By the time I learned it was his 14-year-old son. It was too late. I had to go through with the hit, knowing this boy would see his to make my guilt even worse. Later, I found out why Toshio lost the fake bills. His wife and her lover had stolen them. Those two fell into the ocean and disappeared. Their corpses were never even
So Arakawa-san lost both his parents, one after the other.
And his only other friends, the theater troupe, disbanded soon after without their... Masumi Arakawa became a drifter, along with a few other actors. They couldn't trust anyone, so what other path was there for them, except becoming... Arakawa joined a low-ranking family in the Tojo clan called the Hikawa. Life wasn't easy for him there. They were the kind of family that took hits without thinking.
Really?
Yes. So they were always in need of way. Masumi Arakawa was tapped to help with that. And to do it, he started coming all the way to the homeless camp in Ijincho.
Really? Even though the family was based in Tokyo?
Well, truthfully, he wanted an excuse to come because it would afford him opportunities to hunt his father.
I see. So Arakawa-san was using the homeless camp to dispose of bodies all the way...
Indeed. As for his hunt, he researched Yakuza and criminals every time. All he started with was a single... his own childhood memory of the suspicious waiter he saw here that night. Eventually, 7 years after the murder, I received an invitation to come here. He signed his invitation, Masumi Arakawa. It was a bold declaration, and I knew immediately the running would be... So I came here, alone.
Why the hell not?
Well, to put it simply...
But, I mean...
In this line of work, there are no good ways to... And I can think of worse ways to go that would not give that boy the justice he'd... The memory of what I'd done to him never left me, you know. It was all... He was sitting right where you are now.
Here?
Yes. He didn't look a day over 20. But his eyes had that hard, flinty gaze. I couldn't help myself. I told him everything. I told him why I killed Toshi. I even told him about the secret counterfeiting. I figured I was dead anyway. He had a gun in his hand. And all he had to do was pull, but he never once interrupted me. When I'd finished, I stopped him as he turned to leave. Didn't you come here for revenge?
And?
He said, if only you had ignored my invitation, then I could have shot. Then...
boss.
In 1984, the 10,000 yen bill changed from the face of Prince Shotoku to Yukichi Fukuzawa. By that time, Arakawa had found his own Yakuza family.
What was it?
A fresh batch of crisp, fake bills featuring Yukichi They were defective prints with nothing on the back. Not exactly.
Then, how was that a gift?
It's hard to explain. If I had to say...
Sure, but for...
I should have died that day I met with Arakawa. Would have been right, and yet he spared me. Not only that, but he lived at a terrible... Furthermore, it's not an exaggeration to say the equilibrium among the Ijin Three continues to this day because of...
Wow.
I owe him an unfathomable debt. And one day, the defective bills were how I chose to communicate the scent of the counterfeiting secret is Ijincho's weakness. And it was only thanks to Arakawa that the Ijin Three could continue to secretly wield. But of course, that means if he ever feels like it was a mistake to let me, he can use the fake bills to unravel everything I've... The gift wasn't the bills themselves. They were lever. I actually wrote something on the back to that effect. Neither justice nor mercy should tip this. It means that those in power must reward and punish where... I felt it was an appropriate message. I suppose the writing is faded at this point.
Whoa. So that's the whole story.
Up till this moment. But now I'm sitting across from a man holding one, which of course is a message from Arakawa that only I could... The message is, Masumi Arakawa sees you as a...
Arakawa-san.
He would not have placed that bill in your pocket like... You see its significance now? After everything I've told you, there is almost no doubt in my mind that Arakawa did not. So he didn't shoot you out of malice. He shot you so that you would be brought here, be saved by the homeless, and eventually meet up with DUC. That's everything I can tell.
That's plenty. Thank you, Chairman. I see it all now.
You did? Well, it's your move now.
It's okay.
Well,
yeah, neither do I. Not even, but those friends are trustworthy to me. And so are you. I believe everything you said. My faith in Arakawa-san is coming back strong.
Kasuga.
Yeah?
Are you a blood relative of Arakawa's?
No, it's not.
I see. Well, he must have been happy to have such loyalty as yours. As proud as any father, I think.